Hey everybody, Michael Snyder at California Weather Watch. Today is March 22nd. Right now we're looking at the infrared satellite imagery. Got the Doppler radars overlaid here. You can see the precipitation already ongoing across Northern California. Had a few lightning strikes showing up there right off the coastline already. And this frontal system is going to make its way all the way down through Southern California. It's going to be some strong winds, some mountain snows, and you can see the very cold air mass behind the system as well. It's really going to take up residence here across much of the southwest USA before it kicks off to the east as we go on in through the day Monday. And we'll take a look at the extended forecast as always because we have additional systems after that are likely to impact the state of California on through the end of the month into early April. And looking at the winter weather advisory here for western and south central Siskiyou County above 4,000 feet. Wanted to point that out for I-5. Light wet snow, Mount Shasta City possible early Saturday morning. And the threat for some of this winter weather goes all the way on in through Sunday morning here. Watch out for the slippery conditions. Friday peak gusts, some gusts getting up towards 45 miles per hour. This goes through tomorrow morning here. Nothing too crazy out there, but you'll notice it with the frontal system's arrival and as it moves through. Now we're looking at rain this weekend, of course. San Francisco up towards an inch of rain here and some slower commute times. Heads up for that. If we look at Sacramento, National Weather Service view of it, Sacramento even up towards an inch here as well. Higher amounts across the higher terrain, but a lot of this is going to be falling as snowfall across the Sierra Nevada. And you can see these snow levels starting out between 6,000 and 7,000 feet, but they will be dropping as we go through the weekend. And you can see moderate impacts expected, some pretty good snowfall amounts up there again. And Donner Pass is above the 7,000 feet. So there is going to be winter driving conditions back and forth on I-80. Be prepared for that and the chain controls. And this goes all the way on into Sunday, March 24th. Moderate to heavy snow, 8 to 18 inches above 5,000 feet, 2 to 3 feet at the highest peaks and wind gusts to 45. And it's going to be stronger across some of the ridge tops and some of the remote areas out there also. I'll show you what the Reno National Weather Service has to say on that here in a moment. Snowfall Saturday and Sunday. Look at Big Bear Lake. 6 to 8, maybe some higher amounts if you go a little bit higher than Big Bear. Also across some of the peninsula ranges and the transverse ranges here in Southern California. This is for Saturday through Sunday evening. Here's the weekend snowfall for Hanford National Weather Service. Look at some of these amounts above 7,000 feet, 2 to 3 feet, 1 to 2 feet between 6 and 7,000 feet here Friday afternoon through Sunday afternoon. Now, looking at wind advisories does include Las Vegas here, Saturday morning through Sunday morning. Watch out for some isolated power outages. Some strong winds will be arriving with this frontal system. I'll show you the weather model on that here in a moment. Winter weather advisory, check it out. Greater Lake Tahoe area, ridge gusts up to 80 miles per hour. Mono County up to 90 miles per hour. And again, this is from Friday 5 p.m. to Saturday 11 a.m. So heads up for that. Now, looking at composite reflectivity, this is the high-resolution rapid refresh. So what the Doppler radar may look like today. It's capturing this frontal system pretty well so far. It swings some moderate, maybe even some heavy rainfall at times across some of the Bay Area, some of the interior areas. You can't rule out thunderstorm activity with this as well. Frontal system swinging down across Southern California as we go on in through the late morning hours tomorrow. And you can see the very showery, active weather behind this system as we usher in a very cold air mass across much of the southwest USA. Now, looking at lightning flash density potential as we go through the day today, you'll notice this thunderstorm potential is going to be with us here for the next few days. As we go on in through Sunday here, you can see it, including Southern California, maybe Las Vegas and western Arizona also before the system kicks off to the east on the day Monday. Here's the Storm Prediction Center. Pretty good agreement with that. It does include Modesto and some of the Bay Area here for today. This is for tomorrow. And this is probably going to get upgraded for tomorrow as well as we go on in through Sunday. There's going to be a thunderstorm threat across some of western Arizona and California. Now, if we look at 80-meter wind speed, I'll put this into motion. You can see these gusty winds really start to kick up across Sierra Nevada as we go through this afternoon and evening. The frontal system swooping down across the state by the time we go towards tomorrow morning. Look at across the peninsular ranges, transverse ranges, the desert areas, Las Vegas, and strong westerly and northwesterly winds coming down the coast, all the way from the Bay Area, Central Coast, all the way down towards Southern California as we go on in through the day Sunday also. Pretty dynamic frontal system rolling across the region. So let's take a visual look at what's occurring above us here at 5,000 feet. And if I put this into motion, you can clearly see the frontal system there making its way down across the state. And look at this very cold air mass that'll be ushering in at 5,000 feet. I always like to give these visual diagrams here, let you know exactly what is going on above us. This is 10,000 feet. Check it out. Look at this bowling ball of cold air just roll in across the region there. So yeah, you can definitely see it aloft. And heck, let's look at 18,000 feet as well. Check out the pink, just bowling ball again, swings across the southwest USA, and it should be kicking out here by the time we go on the day Monday. Now, taking a look at the European on the left versus the GFS on the right. Again, this is the 18,000 feet. There's California. There's the Hawaiian Islands. Pretty good model agreement here. We are in the short term with this frontal system. It is occurring as we speak. That system swings through by the time we get towards Monday, and then we bring this next system hot on its heels as we go through the day Wednesday coming up here. So pretty good model agreement on this next system, and models are also hinting to the very extended range on in towards the end of the month, maybe another system arriving onto early April, but we'll worry about that later. There's much less certainty in that, but this one is looking pretty good on the models coming up through the mid portion of next week. Looking at the European, you see the frontal system and the timing of it. It's a very cold air mass engulfs the region, and then you can see the next system out here, pretty powerful low right off the Pacific Northwest. It's going to drive a pretty strong frontal system. We're still trying to work out the kinks on just how strong that system is and how far and progressive that frontal system is across Southern California. Plenty of time to look at that. And looking at the GFS, this is last night's run. I don't want you to get caught up in these totals. We're just looking at the snowfall that is incoming here as we go through Sunday, and then another round of snow is going to be rolling in here on Wednesday, and we'll continue to watch the National Weather Service forecast on that, and we'll update you on snow levels as we get closer as well. So this goes all the way through next week, and you can see another couple rounds of snowfall coming for the Sierra Nevada. We're already doing quite well for this time of year also. 6 to 10 day below average across much of the west. Not much has changed there. This goes from March 31st. Here's the 6 to 10 day precipitation outlook. Look at that nice bullseye here across a lot of California. 8 to 14 day, much of the west is below average or expected to be so all the way through April 4th. And the 8 to 14 day precipitation kind of got that bullseye across California and Nevada again. So thumbs up for that. Here's a risk heavy snow on through the end of the month for Sierra Nevada up into the Cascades of Oregon. And this is just an experimental product here, but I like to look at this because sometimes it kind of gives you a heads up on what is to come. And here's a risk heavy precipitation, includes much of the state of California as we go towards the end of the month, and even some winds as well. And again, snow water equivalent, we are doing quite well for this time of year. This is the entire state, Sierra Nevada. Actually, no, this is just the entire state. I don't know if that takes into account actually in northern Sierra. I think this is just the Sierra Nevada, but I could be corrected on that. Maybe I'll have to look into that a little bit more. But you can see we are doing quite well, and we've got another couple nice rounds coming up here. So hopefully we can continue this activity on in through the early portion of April. That would be quite nice. You can see our rocket launch trajectory sits February 1st all the way on in through March. We're doing quite well for this time of year. But anyway, yeah, here it comes. Frontal system on the way. Thunderstorm activity over the next few days. Big mountain snow, strong winds across a lot of the state here. And thunderstorm potential includes much of the state as we go on in through the day Sunday. So we'll break this down again tomorrow. We'll take a look at everything here. We'll take a look at the extended forecast always. And I hope you guys are liking these videos. Click like and subscribe, and we'll do this again tomorrow.